Welcome back to Four Faces. I got some bad news to share with you today. And remember, I told you since last year, I'll let you know if any layoffs or any firing going on. Well, unfortunately, today on January 2023, Goldman Sachs, one of the most prestigious banking companies in the world, is getting ready to lay off 3,200 workers. Yep, you heard me right. 3,200 workers are getting ready to get the pink slip this week. Yes, and we're talking about the middle of January of 2023. This is crazy. I mean, just in case you don't know what Goldman Sachs is, it's one of the most prestigious banks on Wall Street. It's based in New York City. The average salary there runs between $95,000 to over $120,000. They get bonuses. You get the point. It's definitely a bank it's definitely a prestigious bank. I mean, think about the salary, you know what I'm saying? Without saying. But this is crazy. So you may say, well, that's that bank over there. Keep in mind, when one bank starts laying off, it becomes a domino effect. Like anything, just like it happened with the techno industry, which I mentioned to you guys last year, with Twitter laying off, Facebook laying off, Apple laying off. You get the point. It becomes this domino effect, this rolling effect where all these banks start laying off. So the next thing is why? Why these companies, especially these banks, are going to start doing all these layoffs? Well, it's very simple. Recession. The recession is getting ready to kick in. Banks are starting to analyze things, saying, well, we losing money. You got to remember, a lot of banks are losing profits. And I'm not talking about 2%, 3%. Some of these banks are losing 30% or more in profits, right? They seeing the market turn on them. They seeing that banks business, I should say, are not merging as much. They're not doing a lot of acquisitions, etc. It's becoming a situation where banks are starting to forecast a possible recession. When that happens, everybody's like, oop, cut the spending. And unfortunately, it seems like when they say pause, cut the spending, the first people that get the headache of it all is the workers. They get laid off. It's just crazy, right? But that's the situation we are in. Now, with the Federal Reserve increasing their rates, by the way, they're going to increase the interest rates again this year. And that's not going to really help as far as people or businesses wanting to borrow money and spend money readily. It's going to actually make people spend less money. Now, you may be saying, well, maybe the Federal Reserve is not going to increase the rates. Well, I'm sorry to say you're wrong, because if you was listening to the Federal Reserve talk about these situations back since last year, they on a path. They on a warpath, I should. They being persistent. They are being consistently saying they're going to increase the rates this year as well. That's going to put a damper on everything. And we all know the mortgage rate right now is over 6.5% for a 30-year. So I don't see that going anywhere. And you may say this is, now, let me just say this. This seems kind of weird, you may say. Think about this. Right now, the unemployment rate actually went down. More people are actually getting hired, and unemployment rate is down. So why would the Federal Reserve increase the rates? Because when you increase the rates, what you're really saying is that you're going to cause a soft market, meaning that there's going to be expected more unemployment. Here's the kicker. They literally said that's okay. Go look at it yourself. Go watch the Federal Reserve meeting. They talk about softening the market. It's crazy. Like, you would think it would be the opposite, but it's not. Their whole thing is to do what? To reduce inflation. And they mean to do it any means necessary. Well, that means people getting laid off. Well, that means businesses getting rid of people, not buying things, not making a lot of acquisitions. It doesn't matter. Their goal is to reduce inflation regardless of the cost, even if that means you're losing your job. So with that being said, here on Four Faces, we like to talk about these situations. And again, if anything comes across our desk, we definitely going to let you know about it. So unfortunately, if you're in that situation where you might be called to get laid off, my goal is, my task for you is very simple. Look and see all the options that you have. See what type of packages you may get from your job. Maybe you might have to get some money from your retirement pension or something of that nature. Look at my previous videos. I go a little bit more into detail about that. Hopefully that doesn't happen, and hopefully the bloodshed of this year of 2023 will be very small. Anyway, with that being said, we'll talk. This is Four Faces. Please subscribe.